Okay, so we just started the stream. Okay. Okay. All right, so we only have one concurrent viewer right now. Election night 2022. At tag election 2022 election night. Apparently Midwest is misspelled. Not sure about that. We have no concurrent viewers. All right. We're going to have to get some viewers in here. I set up this. We have no concurrent viewers. All right. We're going to have to get some viewers in here. I set up. All right. So I was kind of let's see. So I'm trying to get some people in here. Pop out chat. Can now pin. Okay. So this. All right. I kind of want to start talking, but at the same time, there's nobody watching this, so this would only be really all that useful for the VOD. I wonder if it'll let me edit the VOD after the fact. Possibly. Not quite sure. Streaming now. All right, let's get some people in here. Streaming now. We have nobody in here, which is not good. Gotta get somebody in here. I was kind of expecting the people I knew to come in here. Maybe not. That's okay. Right now we're currently looking at, so this updates every few minutes, which is good. can see the first Senate race to be called is that Democrats hold Vermont. That's not really a shock. Republicans hold South Carolina. Republicans have won South Carolina's 4th district and 3rd district, as well as Kentucky's 5th district and Kentucky Senate race. So far in the Senate, Tim Scott has won in South Carolina, Rand Paul has won in Kentucky, and Peter Welch, the Democrat, has won in Vermont. This was one of those races where some people thought that Vermont was going to be close. Obviously, it was called before any votes were even cast, unlike South Carolina and Kentucky. So there is no hope for Republicans for flipping the state of Vermont. Although it could theoretically get closer, I do suspect it will get closer than normal Vermont elections, but Vermont is normally like the most Democratic state in the Union, so if theoretically getting closer does not make any difference at all. So that is that. So we've got very little to report so far. And yeah, so no new calls. So we're looking at the Senate as well as looking at the House. And in the House, Republicans have won 3 seats, Democrats have won 0. In the Senate, Democrats have won 1 seat, Republicans have won 2. So very not too many results so far. Very little. So there is not much to say about that. I was kind of hoping to get some people in here so we could talk about some stuff, but there's very little interaction here. So we currently do not have any viewers, not even one. Okay, before we had 1 viewer and then that person left. So we have nobody watching this, which is not good. We need at least a couple people. Let's settle for 2. Let's get 2 people in here. Okay. So there is So interestingly, on this particular race, we have Utah and Iowa considered likely Republican. I would consider these safe Republican. And Florida's surprisingly close right now. Marco Rubio is only winning 52.6 to Val Demings winning 46.4, but it's also very early. We could see a much bigger separation as the vote comes in. Lean Republican, again, there's no votes reported in Ohio or North Carolina, which are both races I have as likely Republican, as well as Wisconsin, which is considered a toss-up. Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona are considered toss-up, which I could agree with that. New Hampshire is considered leaning Democratic. Right now, Maggie Hassan is pulling away with this, but we only have 16,000 votes in Washington, and Colorado are considered likely Democratic, which I agree with. So the only toss-up state where we have votes coming in is Georgia. Right now, Raphael Warnock, the incumbent, is winning 61% of the vote, but that's not all that surprising, as I believe Biden was winning by this margin when Georgia first closed, and they were counting all the mail-in vote first. So this is likely because they've been counting all the mail-in vote. So the question is Herschel Walker's vote share going to climb up to 50% by the time the night's over? Because if it is, he'll defeat Warnock while avoiding a runoff. If that does not happen, and neither candidate hits 50%, then we're going to have another runoff. But this time it'll be in December instead of in January. So it'll actually be a month from now. Whereas if Warnock somehow wins 50%, then that's going to be pretty insane. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's theoretically possible. We could have a split ticket Georgia, or if the governor's race gets incredibly close, and if the governor's race gets as close as it was in 2018, then we could see a scenario where Warnock wins 50% on the first ballot, but I don't see that happening. But it is theoretically possible. So, again, we've got vote share out in New Hampshire, in Georgia, and in Florida. But none of these are all that conclusive. Ironically, Florida is the one that looks like it makes the most sense based on what you'd expect out of a state like this. But the fact that but you could also read that as Rubio is already ahead, when in Georgia and in New Hampshire the Democrat is way ahead, which could be a sign that Florida is going to be a blowout and Georgia and New Hampshire will be much closer, which Florida will be a blowout. Even if it's under 10, it'll still be a blowout, realistically speaking. So there have been no calls in 14 minutes when Rand Paul was the winner in Kentucky. I wonder if he's going to run for president again. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. So we still have no viewers. I was expecting that some of the people that I knew who I've talked politics before, I think would have popped up into this, but apparently not. Robert says F. I guess that's F for how bad this is going. I would say so. F indeed. I have 0 viewers. I'm talking to nobody. I probably look insane right now. I'm just sitting here talking to a blank screen with no people on it. 0 concurrent viewers. I probably should have expected this. But hey, I was gonna be here staring at these results and figuring out what's gonna happen anyways, so this will be uploaded as a VOD, and maybe if I'm lucky 3 people will watch it. But it'll be kind of a, maybe if this channel grows in the future, it'll be a fun little thing for people to look back on. Probably not, though. I don't know why I bother having slow mode on. There's nobody here. Is this stream even working? I don't know if this is even working. I'm going to have to try this and see if this is even working. Is this even working? It's just sitting there loading. This is even working. Now I'm watching it. Does that mean we have 1 concurrent viewer? It's just sitting there loading. No, because it's me. Well. Now watching it. Does that mean we have one concurrent viewer? No, because it's me. It's me. Hello? It's me. Music and politics. Because if I'm just going to sit here, I'm going to at least play some guitar. There we go. That should fix it. Now we should get 100 viewers. And now there's one view. Okay. But that's not one concurrent viewer. That's just one view. Average view duration, 5 seconds. That's probably just me and my phone. Okay, well. Do we have any new races called? We do not. The most recent race was 18 minutes ago when Rand Paul, the Republican candidate, won in Kentucky. It is currently 6:33. The first batch of polls, or I should say the first batch of polls actually already did close, because I keep forgetting it's 7 p.m. Eastern that they close, which means that in Eastern time, the polls have been closed for a half hour now. And what a surprise, there has been nothing shocking at all. Nothing at all. Huh. There is not much going on here. Let's at least pull this up so I can see if anybody does come in, which is probably not going to happen. That is not. Title update. Well, I'm going to go get my guitar so I can at least play something while this does it. Only thing to note is that Republicans won Kentucky, which is, what a surprise. Republicans won Kentucky. So, surprisingly, none of the Florida House races have been called yet, even the safe ones. Which is a bit interesting, I guess. Unless none of the safe ones are ones that close at 7, I haven't looked. Alright, well, there's no point in even mentioning this because there's nobody watching, but I'll go grab my guitar and at least play something and not go crazy. Alright, fuck this.